Hey, welcome everyone. I'm so glad you are all here. And it's 7 o'clock. Oh, we got some noise here. We'll figure that out. But if you can mute yourself when you come on in, that would be great. So my name's Russell Petrie, and my co-host, Cindy Greenwood. Where are you from, Cindy?
I'm from Edmonton, Alberta.
Edmonton. And I'm from Langley, British Columbia. And we are going to spend, like I say, maybe about 35 40 minutes here tonight, and we're going to do a little bit of sharing here about why we love PartnerCo so much, and why we are so excited about this. So, so we have three main pillars that we're going to talk about here. Sorry, I'm multitasking, but we got three main pillars that we love to talk about. So one is our wellness, which is what we're mostly going to talk about tonight is our wellness. We're going to share about some products and everything, what we're excited about, but we're also going to talk a tiny little bit about our business. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about lifestyle as well. Right. So what three main things? It's like a stool, right? If one of them's out of balance in your life, I know I've done the work way too much work and not enough lifestyle and not enough wellness. It doesn't work that well. You need all three pillars to kind of be equal to have what we feel like a good life, eh? Hey, Cindy?
That's right. You need all of them for sure. Otherwise, you end up on your head.
Exactly. So we do this by a 360 degree approach. So a lot of places you're looking at only one thing. If we'll just use weight loss for a quick example, they're just focusing on maybe one area. Maybe you're just focusing on exercise, or maybe you're focusing on what you're eating. But here, from a health point of view, we're looking at it from all different angles because we're all the humans, we're pretty dynamic, and there's so many things that can impact our health, even from physical, from mental, from everything, right? So we want to look at the whole picture and come and look at it from a 360 degree approach to help us to live a healthier life. So we cover about 7 areas of products that are in 7 different industries, and these industries are multi-billion-dollar industries. We're in everything, all the spots that you're looking for, all the different categories that are popular right now. We have them. We have products in each and every one of them, and probably in each category we have a game-changing product, at least one in every category. Eh, Cindy?
That's right. And we have these amazing doctors and professionals, researchers, food scientists. I didn't even know food scientist was a thing before I joined, and I found that out. So we have all of these great people that make sure that what is in our products is of the highest quality and that our products are very efficacious, meaning that they will get into the body and work right away. A lot of times you'll try something and, maybe a month or two down the road, you'll feel something, but ours tend to work quite quickly. And we have Dr. Ray Strand here. He's down on the purple area down on the screen there. He's written several books about nutritional medication and functional foods and that sort of thing. And he's a traditionally trained doctor who always prescribed. That's what he was trained to do, is prescribe medications. And his wife got fibromyalgia and he couldn't help her because none of the medications worked. As if you're familiar with that, you know that. So she kind of went snuck behind his back and found a lady who, one of their neighbors who was selling vitamins and supplements, and she started trying some of those and she started getting better. So he had to kind of change his thinking, and he really dove into the research on this, and he's helped create some of our products, and just he's a huge champion for this nutritional alternative. And then we've got on the other side here some of our other people in research and development. They create papers, they do testing, they do clinical trials. They are celebrated in their field. But one of the other things that makes our products very different is we make sure that they are of the top quality. So we have a 6-step product validation testing. So we go through steps 1 through 5. So we have a certificate of analysis for our raw materials. We verify everything, we test everything, make sure the product's accurate. We do in-house testing, but then the thing that I really like is they go to third parties to validate and to verify. And I like that because in a previous life, not too long ago, I was an auditor. And when you audit a company, you do that because people buy shares and you have to trust that what's the company's telling you is true so that you can decide whether you buy the shares or not. Well, it's the same thing with your health. If you don't have these type of certifications and validations that come from a third party, so an unbiased source, you don't always get what's on the bottle. You might not get the full amount, you might get extra fillers, you might get a bunch of different things. So we have several third-party validations that we send out for. And a lot of people are familiar with the Leaping Bunny and not testing on animals. The clone list helps Olympic athletes and professional athletes. They can take our products without being worried about getting tested and having a certain ingredient flag on a drug test or something like that. So we do have a lot of professional athletes that take our products. The FDA registered facility, we don't have to have that to do what we do, but we do to make sure that our production is at that next level. Some of the other ones here, the PDR is a physician's desk reference. So there's our products are listed, not all of them, but some of them are listed in there, and your doctor can look them up. We also have tons of clinical studies on our products, annual testing, over 1,000 annual quality tests, and physician endorsements. So I'll turn it back to you, Russell, and maybe you can start talking about our flagship product here.
Sure. Thank you, Cindy. Great job sharing about all that kind of stuff. It's so important. I know working from a bakery, I can tell you right now, every dough that came out of our mixer was not exactly the same because we did not measure everything the same. So it's really a big deal that we do that. So it's very important for products like this. For example, these are our sun-dried drops. Again, flagship product. This product is going around the world crazy right now because it is working for everyone who is interested in balancing their hormones, right? And the very cool thing about balancing your hormones is once you start to do that, we have a very interesting side effect. Who here put a 1 in the chat if you've taken something before and you got a side effect that you didn't like? Maybe put a 1 in the chat here and let's see how many do have had that situation happen to them. But in this situation, what we got going on here is that when you take this product, we start to have a very good side effect. And that side effect is your body starts to manage its weight, and for most people, because most people are overweight, most people start to shed some pounds when they start to balance their hormones. So it's pretty spectacular. Your mood will improve. Some people have energy right away. Your taste buds start to change. It's quite dramatic. And so most of the time, people have a lot of non-scale victories regarding being able to get up and do things that they weren't able to do before that, and that can happen fairly quickly. So most people stay on these drops for a minimum of 3 months, and some can stay longer. Some people stay on these for a very long time because they just love how it makes them feel. But yeah, it's very, very amazing product. And you can join challenges. We have all sorts of things that with food lists we'll talk a little bit about. And our special guest coming up, she's going to share her testimonial about these her experience with these drops coming up very soon.
That's right. And Russell, you just see all the 1s in the chat. I think we've all had a bad side effect from something that we've taken. It's pretty crazy. I'm gonna just before we get to our special guest, I'm gonna share a little bit more here. And I know, Russell, your screen is a little bit small, so if I can get this to work here, there we go. So here's a before and after of one of our people that she actually lives in Lethbridge, Alberta. She's a busy hairstylist. She owns her own salon, and she was able to release 100 pounds in 6.5 months. And she didn't just take the drops. She was very committed to make sure that she got the results. And when she started, she gave herself I believe it was in 6 months, she wanted to lose 30 pounds, and this was the result. But this is the pack that she started with, so it's got a few of our other products, and we'll talk about those a little bit later. But this was the pack she started with, and we now fondly refer to this as the Brenda pack, just because she had such great success on it. And I'm going to go to the next slide. And Russell, do you want to introduce our guest?
Sure, no problem. So as you can probably see, if you've been with our company at all, any length of time, if you're a customer and you've been using the drops, you may recognize some of these photos. She is in the little booklet. I don't know if you can see me because I'm on my phone now, but we have a little booklet that comes with the drops. She's in PDF files that if we're sharing information with the drops. So Valerie, she's from Vancouver Island. Valerie is amazing. She was introduced to these drops way back in 2016. I'll let her tell her story about that. And but she, as you can see, she's had a very amazing transformation. And I just want to say, Valerie has become an incredible coach as well. She's helped. You may ask her a little bit about that after she shares her story, but she's done very well helping people do the same thing that she's been doing, that she has done. And but she's also an amazing friend and travel companion. I've been on the road with her to Kelowna twice, I believe now, and she is just an amazing person. So without further ado, Valerie, if you can unmute and jump on, and we'd love to for you to share your story.
Hi, thank you, Russell. That's what a great introduction. Yeah, I just love you guys. I mean, we spent some quality time together, and I really appreciate you. And thank you for inviting me on. At any opportunity that I have to share these drops with anyone, I jump on it because they've changed my life so significantly. And it was actually 2018 that I first was introduced to the drops. Out of desperation, I tried them. They were part of a pack. I didn't have a whole lot of faith in that they would work well, but holy cow. You can see my before and in progress, but my after picture, I have a little picture here. I don't know, can you see me? And I was just going to show that because this is my before and after. It was incredible. I lost 47 pounds in 3 months. I did the full 90 days because I wanted to do a full cellular reset. And I heard that, doing 90 days is a full cellular reset. So to help the body. So a lot of people will do them for a month and they'll lose some weight and then they'll go off them. But it is the best thing to do is to just go ahead and just do it for the whole 90 days, just opt in. And then when you're done, what I found when I was done, that my body had reset itself. And that was, 2018. So that was like 6.5 years ago. And I have kept the weight off the whole time. This last Christmas, I will admit that I got a little sugar crazy, and sugar is addictive. And I went to town and my husband got me all these chocolates, and I thought, oh, I'm going to start on the drops again to just because I had gained a couple pounds. I'm like, okay, that's it. I know I have these drops in my toolbox, so I'm going to do those in January. But then I went a little crazy, and I was surprised at how quickly, when you just go to town, I gained a few pounds. Anyway, so I started the challenge in January, and I've already dropped I think almost 10 pounds already, because I gained about 10 over Christmas, which in like a month and a half, I gained 10 pounds. I was like, what is going on? But, I just kept shoving the sugar in my mouth, which is, some of you may relate to that, but I'm back on it. I'm so proud of myself. And the drops make it easy. They have this, they work in the addiction center in your brain. So they help you with your sugar addiction. So even after falling off the wagon like that, back on it, I'm so proud of myself. I've, like I said, I've dropped 10 pounds in the last few weeks, and I'm looking and feeling fantastic again. But again, in 2018, I did want to show you this. This is my before and after with clothes on. So there's before, there's after. It was life-changing. And as I said, I want to help anybody that I can. I found it so easy because everything I tried before, like Cindy said, all these bad side effects or not working at all these programs that I tried, because I had gained weight until I couldn't recognize myself in the morning. I don't know if, or in pictures, I don't know if any of you can relate to that, but that's where I was at. Nothing I tried worked until these drops came along. In the first month, I dropped 15 pounds, and that motivated me to keep going. And in the 3 months, I dropped 42 pounds in 3 months. And holy cow, like I said, life-changing. I felt so much better. My confidence was up, my just physical, like the aches that I was having, because, you know, I'm in my 40s, now I'm in my 50s, now I'm 53 years old, and I feel like fantastic. I feel like I'm in my 20s again. And so I highly recommend these drops to anyone, and I cannot say enough good things about them. I love the food plan because it's about eating clean, and it's a whole list of things that you can have instead of what you can't have. The shakes are an amazing companion with it, and that's why the Brenda pack works so well. But I don't know if anybody has any questions, but like I said, I can't say enough good things. So if you have any questions, I would be happy to help in any way, shape, or form I can.
Thanks, Val. And I was just looking in the chats here, and we'll maybe do a bit of Q&A at the end. We want to make sure we get through everything. But one of the comments I wanted to read from Michelle was, thanks for admitting that, Valerie, we're all human. And I think we can all relate to maybe having a few extra chocolates or whatever at Christmas. But I wanted to ask you, what was your goal? Like when you first started in 2018 and you got these drops and you were skeptical and nothing else had worked, what goal did you give yourself?
My goal was to, because I was at that point where I didn't fit in any clothes in my closet anymore. And I was going to have to go up to another size. I was going to have to go up from 14 to a 16. I was not okay with that. And I didn't want to have to buy a whole new wardrobe. So my real goal, like realistically, was just to fit back in my clothes. And, you know, like I said, in that first month when I dropped 15 pounds in all the right places, I might add, my clothes fit. And then I was going down into, just, I don't know if you, like me, have in your closet, you have a variety of sizes. We've got the whole gamut, all the skinny ones and then the middle ones. And then I had grown out of the big ones and even bought in a few more. And then I refused to go up to that next size. So all my clothes were I felt like a sausage. Every time I went shopping, it was just, I felt gross. So it just wasn't me. In my mind's eye of who I saw me as me was not, they were not relating to each other. Anyway, so my goal really was just to get into my pants, right? And then I got so much more.
That's awesome.
Awesome. I'd like to ask, from me, I never knew you back then. I know you as an amazing coach, and I just thought I'd ask, maybe when you're helping people now, maybe what is the challenge? Maybe, most people have pretty amazing success with the drops and all that. But for any folks that are struggling a little bit, do you have any advice? Or what do you find is the number one challenge that people have when they're using these drops, if they're not getting the scale or non-scale victories that they're hoping for?
I think the biggest challenge is not cheating, not, being proud of yourself and sticking to the food list. And you know what's the sneakiest little devils is the bad oils. They're in everything. Or those what they call natural flavoring. So you're like, oh, it's just it's just water and this and natural flavoring. But that natural flavoring a lot of times is MSG, and it's a bunch of chemicals and toxins, right? So what you want to do is and the support of your family. I find when I'm doing the challenge or I'm helping people do this challenge is I tell the people around you that you are doing a detox, because your friends, your family can understand that. Oh, I'm detoxing from chemicals. So I'm not going to have that. Nope, because I'm detoxing. And it tends to be bolster a little more support than saying I'm dieting, because it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change, right? Or I'm clean eating, right? And they're like, oh, this is clean. Is it in a box? No, it's not clean. I mean, and that's the thing too, is the challenge is not just reading those nutritional facts, but looking at the ingredients list And if there's anything that's on there that's not on the food list, then it's just a no-brainer. It's like, nope, can't put it in my body. And when you're doing a challenge and you're doing it you can do it from day to day or from week to week or in a 28-day block, but you can do anything for 28 days. You can do anything for 2 days. And the more you do it, the more, and you get those victories, meaning I went all day and I didn't have not one chemical. I drank my water and I didn't, it makes you proud of yourself. Even one meal, you're like, that was a clean meal. I'm so proud of myself. And then the next time it makes it easier and easier. And right now I'm 3 weeks in of doing the challenge. Like I said, I've dropped about 10 pounds, but I'm so proud of myself. On the weekend, it was my dad's birthday party, his 80th birthday party. And all my family and friends were there. I hosted, I brought all this food. I got Costco food. I didn't have any of it. And I didn't have the birthday cake. And I'm like, no, I'm good. And I was drinking San Pellegrino mineral water with some Blue Frog splashed in it. It was absolutely delicious. No vodka this time. So I haven't had any alcohol either. So I'm doing my dry January. And the more you do, the more proud you are of yourself, the easier it gets. And like I said, it does have that extra bit of little help on the addiction center with the drops in helping motivate you. And yeah, be proud of yourself. Take before pictures because those motivate too.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Oh, that's good. 80th, that's a lot of people say, oh, my family has a birthday party. Oh, I have to eat the cake. No, you don't. You just proved it. That's amazing.
I
Thank you
bought
so
the
much.
cake, didn't eat the cake.
Thanks so much for that, Val. We'll keep you on maybe at the end if there's some more questions from anyone, but we're going to keep going, so try to keep on track here. Oh, hang on. There we go. So here's another Hannibal. He was in one of the challenges as well, and so you'll often see him in some of our promotions. Some of our folks here, we've got Caroline, she's one of our Alberta girls, and Dr. Crystal, who's on the right there, and she says she's lost now more than she actually weighs. So a lot of that was lost on our products, on the drops, and she's now a huge advocate. You'll often see her, if somebody shared a video with you or that sort of thing. She explains it so well. She just breaks it down so simply. It's amazing. She's just an amazing person, and she still looks like the person on the far right. We see her, and we're hoping to see her at the end of March in Vancouver and Victoria. It's another one of our droppers who's lost. She was in a challenge. You can see the paper on the wall is for the date and that sort of thing. And then here we thought as hosts, we'd put our pictures up here. So here's Russell, and Russell was, I think you often say you ate like a half a loaf of raisin bread a day when you worked at the bakery and that sort of thing. So you were able to drop quite a bit.
Yeah, so much sugar. That's it. It really opened my eyes when I started working at the bakery, even hamburger buns and hot dog buns, how much sugar and how much things that we can't even pronounce are in that product, in bread and in stuff like that. So I know a lot of our scalers who would scale that product. They'd have time to Google some of the ingredients because you don't know what it is, and a lot of our scalers would not eat our bread, because they once you know what's in it, you kind of it's a no-brainer. So yeah, so I lost some raisin bread there. So I was too chicken. So Valerie mentioned, and I'll shut up after this, but Valerie mentioned take your photo. My first photo there, I was too chicken. I dropped easily 15 to 20 pounds before I was brave enough to take the photo. So everyone who takes these photos at the beginning, hats off to you, because I sure didn't have the courage to do it. But Cindy, you have a great story as well.
Yeah, and so I did take my before picture, and this was right when I started the products, and when I look at these pictures, I'm pretty proud of myself that I took the picture and can now share my story. But I've gone down 81 pounds so far, and I'm in the challenge with Val today that she was talking about. So I'm going to see kind of at the end how much more I've lost. But Yeah, it was a game changer, and you can just see in the expression on my face. It's been amazing, and that sugar craving, that what Val was saying, when you start taking the sugar again, it's powerful. And one thing that the drops really did for me was take that craving away. And whenever you're trying to make healthy changes in your life, the two biggest things for me, because I tried a bunch of stuff, was I was always hungry and I always had my cravings. So I thought, if you could take those two things away, how much easier would it be to get healthy? And that's what the drops do. So they're pretty amazing. They are definitely one of our top 3 sellers. They're actually, I think, our top seller right now. This is our flagship product. And we talked a little bit about the one next to it there, which is our Pure Nourish. And I've got a slide that we're going to go through a little bit there. But another great one, because a lot of people have gut health issues, is our probiotic. And it's unique to the industry because it's a slow release. It goes through your stomach, and it actually releases all the good stuff in your small intestine where it actually is needed. So it's not getting destroyed in the stomach acids, and you won't find one out there that's like that. Our Pure Nourish, when I lost my first 50 pounds, I didn't do any of the shakes. I just used whole food, that sort of thing. And that was because at the time I didn't like shakes. But then everybody kept talking about the Pure Nourish and how good it was, and how you could make bread with it, and you could make waffles, and you could make muffins, and you could do all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it. So I tried it, and it was amazing. We have a group that has just a ton of recipes that use this if you do protein balls or whatever it is. Um, it's amazing, but in it, it is truly a meal replacement. You've got vitamins and minerals, you've got plant protein, you've got um, digestive enzymes, prebiotics, probiotics, all of that stuff. So it's a perfect one, and it's natural flavor. So it means it doesn't have a flavor. So when you get those birthday cake ones and stuff, that's all chemicals, and it shouldn't taste like that. But this one, we can cook with it because it is natural. It just takes on whatever flavor you add with it. And Russell, I don't know, do you want to talk about the energy ones here?
Sure,
Maybe
just
a
for
quick-
a quick minute here. So yeah, Blue Frog is amazing. It has Fucoidan. Valerie mentioned. I think she throws a little bit of Blue Frog in with one of her drinks there, and yeah. So just from a seaweed, really. So it's an amazing product. The middle one is if you don't like drinks or whatever, I use that middle one. Can't think of the name all of a sudden, but I use that one at the bakery and night shift, right? So I would take 4 of those, and I'd have clear mental clarity all night long. And it was a challenge because I was in a office area inside the bakery where the heat from the ovens and everything would be blowing in on me, trying to stay awake doing reports and stuff. So that was amazing. And then we have a protein electrolyte drink there on the right. Amazing, relatively new, amazing product. If you haven't given it a shot, give it a try. It's a great. I love that during the summertime when I was haying, drinking, getting my electrolytes and getting some protein, because I'd have long days at the farm baling and stuff like that. I wouldn't get a chance to eat soft often. So
Great. And the middle one's called Rejuvenex.
there you go.
A lot of us love that product. It gives you just that, like Russell said, that, clear mind, clear cognitive function. It really boosts that. We do have some skincare now. The far left here, we don't have those products right now. They're taking a look, and what our company does is they make sure that they're on the leading edge of stuff. So they'll take a look, and they'll redo the formulas or that sort of thing. So right now that's not available, but we do have Noni Collagen, which is the middle one, which is that's just a bottle. It's like a shot. It's about 2 ounces, I believe, that's in there. And it works amazing for a lot of people. And then Elite. And Elite is an interesting one. And I'm going to just share a little bit on that. But I was going to ask you guys, if anybody has any stress in their life, do you want to put a 5 in the chat? Let's see how many of you are a little bit stressed. There we go. Yeah, some honest people. We're a little bit stressed out there, right? There's so many things going on, work, family, just government, all of the things, right? Like all of the things that we can be worrying about. And although Elite does support the skin, your nails, your hair start to grow a little bit more. It definitely lightens up your complexion. I found that when I started taking it because I was on Zooms all the time, and I really saw that. But I think where the magic of Elite happens is it helps your body respond to stress in a better way. So it gives you more patience. A lot of people find that, it helps with if they're having some anxieties or worries or that sort of thing. It just helps bring a calm, and then you can kind of deal with whatever's going on. It does a lot of different things here. You can read them here, but for me, it really helped at a time when I was in a pretty dark place. It helped to kind of lighten my stress and lighten my anxieties and stuff that I was having, and got me to a much better place. The thing that I didn't expect was that it helped with some of my aches and pains. And I've had plantar fasciitis for over 10 years. And it got to the point where I couldn't exercise. And that's where I gained a lot of my weight and was unhappy and just kind of in that dark place. But within 4 weeks of taking Elite, that pain in my feet went away. Now, it doesn't cure, heal, or treat anything, but it helped take that pain away. And I was able to start doing things again. And that's when I really started, feeling like myself again. I was a little bit more fun to be around because I was pretty cranky pants for a while there. And it just, the different stories we hear with this one is amazing because it's got adaptogens that just go in and kind of help where you need it to help. And sometimes you don't get to pick what it works on first. It goes in and it does its thing. So it's an amazing one, especially when you pair it with the drops. You get that, you're kind of calm. Usually when you try to start a health program, you might be a little bit stressed, but you get started on this and it kind of helps with that stress, and then you can work into that program a bit better. It's like a 1-2 punch for getting healthy. And we do have some functional foods. If you don't like to take supplements in the form of pills or that sort of thing, we have these, and they're all in liquid form. So we have Noni, Limu, and Moa. And we're going to talk a little bit more about Noni. But Limu is like the blue frog. It's the same line. So it's got the Vacoidin in it, which has over 80 nutrients in it that you wouldn't get from anywhere else. And Moa stands for mother of all. And it's got 36 superfoods in it, including 6 medicinal mushrooms, which really help with brain function and inflammation and that sort of thing. So all 3 are amazing products. Sometimes it comes down to taste and what you prefer. But Noni is one of the ones. And Russell, I don't know if you can read the slides. So if you want me to, I'll keep going.
Yeah, carry on. You're doing great.
So Noni is one of our favorite products. It comes from the island of Tahiti, and it's so great because of the volcanic soil that it's grown in. And our scientists have done tests on the soil and on the amount of nutrients in our noni and compared it to other ones in the market. Because noni does grow in different places, but in a lot of times it's not even close to as effective as ours or as strong as ours. And in a lot of cases, we call it the phony noni that's out there. It says it's got noni, but we've tested it and it doesn't. So you can see all the things it can help with mood and stress, energy, endurance, joint pain and mobility, weight management. It's an overall wellness. And we actually have a book that's 101 uses for noni. So you can use it internally, you can use it externally, you can put it on like cuts and burns and stuff. It's just so versatile, and the stories that we hear on this one are as amazing as the stories that we hear on all the other ones as well.
Yeah, I have a new brand partner who's just head over heels. Her wife, or yeah, her husband, I mean, is using this on his leg. He's got some skin issues, and we can use Skincerity or people can put Noni, or I've even heard people put the Limu 5X on their skin and stuff. It's just that powerful that it can help. So he's loving Noni right now, and it's given him tons of energy. So he moves trailers. So when you crank a trailer, like you're cranking it and you're lowering it onto a ball or a hitch or something like that. This gentleman could not crank it up or down all in one shot. Like he had to stop partway through and take a breath, like because he's winded. So now he's using Noni, and probably within 2 days now or 3 days, the energy he can't believe, and now he can crank the trailer up or down onto the ball or off the ball. And all his coworkers are like, "What happened to you, Dennis?" Like, holy smokes, right? So it's so pretty amazing. So yeah, look for that little logo, Tahitian Noni, that little logo in the middle. Look for that, and if you don't see it, then you potentially are buying fake Noni. So
We also have some dietary supplements. So Vinali are multivitamins. Vinali is kind of a super vitamin C, helps with heart, skin, eyes, lungs. A lot of people with lung issues find that Vinali will really help them. It also is good for the skin. So a lot of people, when they're losing weight quickly, will have extra skin. When they're taking this, their skin comes back and they don't have that extra skin. And then we have Renew, which is one of our newer products released a few years ago, but they re-released it with a better flavor because the original flavor nobody really liked. But we still took it because of what it did, right? So Renew really helps with the human growth hormone. So as we age, once we get past our mid-20s and into 30 and above, our human growth hormone starts to reduce. And that's the hormone that kind of is our master hormone. It it controls aging, it controls, your metabolism, all of these different things. So when it starts to go away, that's where, when you were feeling like you could be invincible in your 20s, not so much in the 30s and 40s and so on. Well, this starts to get you back to that. So it does promote a deeper, more restorative sleep. A lot of people say that that's the first thing that they feel, and they start dreaming again very vividly if you haven't had dreams for a while. It increases libido, stamina, and pleasure. So that's often a selling point for many people. Reduces body fat and increases lean muscle. So it helps with that recovery so that you can do more. Promotes youthful looking skin and hair, improves mood and energy, and cell regeneration. So it's an amazing product, and all of our products work together. So they're all created to work together. So you can pair it with anything. And we do have a lot of packs that are like that.
this product is a good example of that. One of the earlier slides where I talked about the 360 degree approach, because this product is to help our body produce its own human growth hormone, right? But again, I said we look at things from all vantage points, all areas, and so they've added a little formula in this product that helps, like Cindy said, to help with sleep, and that's one of the first things that people notice with this product. And you'll never guess why they do that. They do that because for most people, guess when we produce the most human growth hormone? When we're sleeping, right? So it makes sense to then add that to this product, right? So again, that's just amazing. They really do think of everything as much as they can for this, and science backed. It's amazing. I love it.
That's right. So we've gone through quite a few things, and maybe you're saying you want to try it all. And what do I do? Or maybe you want to try a few things. So we have some options for you. You can become a customer. We love customers. And you'd purchase online just like you would at any other retailer. You can subscribe to get 15% off. It's similar to many others as well. It's delivered right to your door, but here's what you don't get when you buy from Amazon or somewhere else. You get us. You get a supportive community that's going to help you get the best results, like Valerie was saying, as she's coaching people. And you get a community of people that just are always supportive. The second option is if you love it and you want to share it, you might get yours paid for, and you might get a little bit more. So for a one-time cost, and that's $37.95 Canadian or $29.95 US. And it's just one time. It's not like Costco where you have to pay every year. You can become a member and start getting commissions to pay for your product. You might want extra spending money, etc. And we've got all the resources to really be your business partner. And this is one of those pillars that was at the beginning there. So you have a website, you have a back office, there's an app, there's a rewards app, we have swag and event materials and most amazing events. That's part of the lifestyle. And marketing tools and so much training that you would never go without training. Russell, did you want to do this one?
Sure. So we get you get paid multiple ways. I don't know about you, but when I work, usually it's just a salary, or maybe you just get an hourly wage. Maybe you get lucky, a little bonus every once in a while, a little bit of overtime. But we get paid 8 different ways. So one of the best ones. I won't talk about all of them, but ask the person who shared this video, this recording with you. They can tell you more. But one of the fun ones is our savings bonus. So it is pretty cool. You can, as you earn, if you earn a certain amount every week, you can the company will put extra into a savings account for you, and we get $10,000 US. They give that to you. So that's pretty cool. You can use that for anything you want. So that's a pretty amazing, and it's not hard to do because, as Cindy just shared there, you can go ahead and move. We're in so many different countries, and it's easy to start. You have friends in Canada, you have friends in your province and all that, but you have, also they know people in Europe, and they know people in different parts of the world. And pretty soon, just by using these drops, for example, you're starting to shed a few pounds, you're feeling better, and you throw a picture on Facebook, or you're at a function, people start to see you at work. And that's what happened to me. When I finally showed up to work, and I had my shirt tucked in, at the bakery, my shirt tucked in, the belt. I looked like a management person, instead of kind of a lost hobo walking around there with my shirt untucked. And that day, I helped probably I helped 8 people start taking the drops that day. Just they're floored, by what they saw. So I did not want to start a business. I was just cranky. Elite, as Cindy shared, was a very important product for her. That was my first product, and I loved it. I just needed to. I was cranky. I was working too much at the bakery, and then you can see there in the left at the farm, I got hay bales, and I'll riding a tractor all the time, and I was cranky. And so, anyways, I ended up starting to take that just to kind of, to take the edge off, and I wasn't getting a lot of sleep. So that helped me with my sleep, and just took, just better mood. So, but I still didn't want to do anything. I was just looking after myself, right? I was just putting the oxygen mask on me. I was taking care of Russell. But I accidentally helped someone at work at the bakery, and within probably 3 days of she tried Elite as well, and probably within 3 days, I had no clue, but I helped her stop panic attacks in their tracks. And when she came back to me, and my we ended up helping her get more product, and a month later, she basically shared this incredible testimonial of what happened to her in that month, and basically, knocked me into the business, because I said I have to share this with other people. So now you can see me and Steve, and that's I think you could recognize. I think even Valerie might be in the background there somewhere. So that's at one of our functions in Orlando. So now we have so much fun. I have so much fun helping people with this, and meeting people like Cindy and Valerie, and like all the people on this, a lot of people on this call right now. And it's so much fun. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it gets pretty emotional now when you help people. I used to volunteer my time helping people do this and that, but when you can help people with their health, it's completely different than just helping people with, volunteering your time, doing some labor, or doing something like I used to do with horse. I used to volunteer, help people with a horse community, because my wife's into horses. But helping someone with their health, this lady, her whole family dynamic, her husband, the relationship with her son, everything changed. It was incredible. So now I get to do that all the time. I love it. It's so much fun. So you never know. Just start with the products. Get back to the person who shared this with you. Ask them how you can get involved. So there's many options. that we have. Many packs. You can pick your own. We'll recommend a few great ones for you as well, and get you started. We have Facebook groups. There's all sorts of support. Just like Cindy said, we're here with you every step of the way, and you will succeed with whatever decision, whatever you want to do. If you want to be a wellness partner, whether if you want to be a business partner with us, or whether we didn't talk about lifestyle too much, but some of us get to throw a 1 in the chat if you've earned the trip to Punta Cana. I'll put a 1 in the chat. I earned a trip to Mexico a couple years ago, so we can definitely have some lifestyle as well. So we would love for you to partner with us in any one of those 3 ways, and love to get to know you and love to get to work with you and help you along in your journey. Hey, Cindy, any last words from you?
No, that is it. That's the end of the presentation. We went a little bit long, but hopefully you enjoyed it. I don't know, Russell, if you want to turn off the recording, we can see if there's any questions.
Sure. I just want to thank Valerie
Yes.
so very, very much, Valerie. Much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Oh, it was my pleasure. And I'm just excited to help people, because in a world where we have so many products that are just lying to you and saying that they're real food and aren't, to have a company that you can actually trust and know that everything that goes into it is going to be clean and good, just that peace of mind alone is worth its weight in gold. Like, I'm so blessed that I found this place, to stumble upon this company, because finding the products that are clean and that are effective at efficacious doses, that, I just shout out to everybody. I can't wait to see your transformation stories.
Awesome. So now you see why we love her as a coach. Okay, thank you. I'll stop the recording and then we'll stay for questions.